Hi, my name is Thomas Edward O'Neill, author of the Voynich manuscript House of Este, and I'm going to draw some parallels between the imagery and the Voynich manuscript, which is very intriguing, I think, to you as a viewer of this video. You see the star at the top of this tarot card? That's from the House of Este's tarot cards, and this star or sun is visible in folio 67R2 in the astrology section, which most people believe is a wheel of astrology. And you can see the similarity there. It's striking. It looks almost like a copy out of the tarot deck. Now, these images from the folio 57V contain Isabella Este and Ericola Este 1, I believe. If you notice the striking nose, the hair, and you can see the eyes are closed in Este and the short hair. She's holding the ring. Now I look at the image of the coin. See, the hair is the same, the nose is the same. Ericola Este is on that coin. And as we keep progressing through, you're going to now see Isabella Este. There she is, Isabella Este, and you see the eyes are closed, the nose is strong, short hair, and it comes from the bust. Now onward, we're going to go through the astrology section of the Ram, which is April for Aries. And I figured out that the constellations have something to do with the people holding them in the baskets with the stars. And you'll see Lycinus, Lacertus. Delatonin stands for triangulum, which is a triangle. It's all in Latin. And Arctos is the Little Dipper. You'll see Comus, which is for a shooting meteor. It's green. Now you'll see the Jupiter out of Aries. This is also evident for 1466, and I deciphered this. You've got Jupiter out of Aries here with the Latin words, and then you have the astronomy section. Now see that triangle up there for delatonin? That's for triangulum, but in Latin it's delatonin, or deloton for Latin, because I believe this manuscript was written in Latin. Now you see here Lacertus. See the striking resemblance to the diagonal lines? Well, Lacertus has diagonal lines in that constellation. Here's Coma Bernices, known for her flowing hair. It's green. And there's the green striking image of a woman with long hair on her shoulder. And she does have long blonde hair, and she is a constellation with the star pointing to there. And really strong relationships. Here we go again with let's see, we have Leo Minor. And now we're on to Jupiter rising. You see the horses, and in his hand he has Jupiter up on the chariot. This is all from, Jupiter was major god in Roman times and passed up through the Renaissance. They still held. Now this is the first paragraph of folio 51R. I decoded it in Latin. North wind actually is the word and term. I brought this in too. This is from the wheel. Here's the actual translation from folio 1R. I know it's going by quick, but that's how the video has to go, because we don't have much time to show a video. But there it is, the translation, and there's also a document discussing how Ericola Este had used siege as part of his strategy in warfare. And now on to this very intriguing file. If you look at it closely, you'll see all of the stars are lined up in proper fashion. We have Scorpio, we have Sagittarius, Capricorn's at the top, we have Corona Australis, and Array, Aura. And it fit really well, and I put it together through Array, and I don't see any chance of it being any different. Now this is what I'd call Pleiad for that, which Stefan Bax thinks is taurine, or Toror, I don't know how he pronounces it, but I believe that's De Baron and Auriga up at the upper left. Now you'll notice the Latin is just covering the word, but it's not in any kind of cipher form, because if it was in cipher form then the letters would substitute, but it's not. It could be a shift cipher with multiple variables, but I found this in the Voynich manuscript. There's the bench glyph, and there's the tarot cards. You see this. This is the house of in Farrar, and you'll notice the symbols are the same. I'd like to thank you all for this video, and I will post me live talking. Hi, my name is Thomas O'Neill, and I just shot you through several images of the Voynich manuscript and some House of Este tarot cards and astronomy and astrology. And, well, it's been 13 years of analyzing the Voynich manuscript, and I finally came to the conclusion that Este has something to do with it. Although the Latin translation and how to decode it is spun and spurned from the word, which is high frequency, and if the words are in Latin, they're high frequency. And as long as the letters add up to the same amount of letters as the Latin word, that's how I figured it out. And I was playing around with Modello, and I was playing around with fractions, and I was playing around with matrices and some shift mathematics on the number line. And I did manage to crank out some words using that method. However, I haven't really decided to post it yet, because it's something that I haven't been really able to prove yet. I believe I am onto something with the House of Este. Although the paragraphs do make sense, and they have a lot to do with warfare, and some have to do with religion in the book. You're just going to have to buy the book. I've set it down in Great Space for $18, or you can buy it online for KDP. Now, granted, I have written the Code Unchopped. I have written the Voynich manuscript, numerology, Middle English, and I have written another version of Latin, made cipher engines online. I've been studying this code for 12 years now, and what I see is it's definitely Latin. It's not in Italian. It's not in Middle English, even though I have my book for sale. It's just I'm selling it because, you know, I put a lot of work into it, and who knows, maybe a few words do translate into that. However, it's definitely in Latin, and you'll be missing out something, you scholars out there, if you do not buy the book. I don't know how long it's going to be up there for, but I'm keeping it up there for now. I'm through with the Voynich manuscript. It's been an onward journey. It's nearly killed me several times. Smoking and studying, and I quit smoking. I do get vape every once in a while. Anyway, it's tough being famous, you know, when you're not getting the accolades and the finances to go forth and really put out a solid argument to stepping back, to make Pelling. We got Cohen and JKP and all these guys from Voynich Ninja, and they're all putting me down. And I've even noticed some links to their websites, and I mean, Mick Pelling, this guy, he's supposed to be an intellect, and yet he goes on, and he puts me down. So now I have to admit, I went on Voynich Ninja, and I used Decoded, and I used Stellar, and I used Encrypted, and I was trying to hype myself because these guys were putting me down left and right. These guys were jealous. Z's jealous. Stephen Bax is jealous. Mick Pelling is jealous. I mean, come on, the Voynich manuscript. He's thinking it's in German. It's not. It's definitely in Latin. And I'll go to my grave with this. got too many parallels going on in what I've showed you in the video. So anyway, I know I sound like I'm full of myself, but hey, when you get involved with these academics and you try to put across your viewpoint, and you're talking to all these people online and you're chatting away, they're just putting you down left and right. It's really hard to deal with this Voynich manuscript, and because everyone thinks they've decoded it, and everyone doesn't think they've decoded it. I mean, Stefan Bax, come on, he gets one word torrid, which he's using from some kind of like hocus pocus, and no, it's not that. That's Pleiad. I mean, come on, 7 stars put together. That's got to do with the Pleiades. Pleiad means sail in Greek or Latin. It's so frustrating. Anyway, thank you all for viewing, and I have a head cold. I did this video because I want to state my case. I was first to punch May 14th, 2017, decoding the Voynich and showing people where it came from. And it's going to take a long time because there's so many stubborn people and academics that they're not going to give me credit until one day they wake up and smell the coffee. Alright? Thanks a lot and have a good day.